So let's go ahead and talk about the other guy who was from Canada, Wayne Boden, who was also called the Vampire. So he was born Wayne Clifford Boden in 1948 in Dundas, Ontario, Canada. And he also had another nickname, which was Strangler Bill. His active years were 1969 to 1971. And he unalived 4 different victims for which he received 4 consecutive life sentences for each one on. The first victim was Shirley Audet, and on October the 3rd of 1969, Shirley Audet was found deceased at the back of an apartment complex in downtown Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Although she was fully clothed, it had been noted that she had been essayed and strangled, and that there were savage bite marks around her chest area and neck. Then, on November the 23rd of the same year, Marielle Archambault, a jewelry clerk, left work at closing time when she was introduced by one of her co-workers to someone known as Bill. She was excited to meet him and seemed somewhat entranced by him. However, the next morning, when Archambault did not report to work, her employer went to check on her to see if she was sick or what was going on. And accompanied with her landlady, they discovered Marielle's fully clad body on the couch. The room was, of course, clean, but her pantyhose had been ripped and so had her bra. She had been essayed, and there were strange bite marks all along her breasts and neck. The next was Jean Way, and that occurred on January 17th of 1970, when her boyfriend Brian Caulfield went to pick her up for a scheduled date at her apartment on Lincoln Street in downtown Montreal. When she did not answer the door, he decided to go back later, and when he returned, he found the door unlocked. He decided to go inside, and he found her naked body on the bed. However, the situation with her revealed that she did not have any damages or bite marks on the chest area. Then came Elizabeth Ann Porteous. This occurred in Calgary, Alberta, when 33-year-old teacher Elizabeth Ann Porteous did not come into work on the morning of May 18th of 1971. Her apartment manager was called, and of course they entered her apartment. They found her lifeless body on her bedroom floor. As with Marielle, there were strange bite marks and mutilations to her breast and chest area, and that was the end of her life. It was purported that the victim had began seeing a man named Bill and that she had been seen riding in a blue Mercedes. So the next day, on May 19th, when a blue Mercedes was spotted by policemen parked near the unaliving scene, Boden, who was known to be a former fashion model, was arrested when he turned out to be the person who went to the car because it was his car. However, what really sealed the deal on him and his convictions was odontological evidence. When a local orthodontist was able to prove that the marks were consistent on Porteous's breast and the neck's bite marks were definitely the same pattern as Boden's teeth bite mark. That made him the first convicted unaliver to be convicted using odontological evidence. And he began to serve for his crimes. He perished from skin cancer at Kingston General Hospital on March 27th of 2006 after being hospitalized for 6 weeks. And that is another true crime vampire from history, the story of the vampire herpiest Bill the Strangler, Wayne Boden from Canada.